Hello everyone, this is Vicious and welcome back to another video. So, E3 has come and gone. We had some highs, we had some lows, we had some sweet games being announced, we had some games we weren't very excited for. So, I'm going to be giving my overall thoughts of the event in general because there were some really amazing moments coming from E3 this year. So, first let's talk about Bethesda. Bethesda showed off 3 games that I'm excited for. Of course, those games are Fallout 4, Doom 4, and Dishonored 2. Speaking of Dishonored, I should probably get back to that game at some point. But yeah, those 3 games, I'm really excited to see. They definitely showed a lot more of Fallout 4 this time, so we got to see actual, things that you could do in the game. I like the whole base building. That was super cool. They showed off the mobile game, which is a kind of a brilliant idea with their mobile game. Now, I'm not a big advocate of mobile gaming, but the way they're handling the mobile game, from what I hear from friends and other people that are trying out the mobile game itself, because it's out there for iPhone users, there's no paywalls, there's no time limit things, nothing like that, which is fantastic because the mobile games that I have played, that was always the one thing that ticked me off, was the paywalls and how everything is timed. You only get a certain amount of energy and then you have to stop and wait or pay for more of it. So happy that they're handling that mobile game a lot better than most mobile games out there. So big thumbs up to Bethesda for covering that. So I skipped over EA and Ubisoft because they really don't show anything that I'm really interested in, except for maybe Tomb Raider. I got to see Tomb Raider, which I'm very excited for. I hope it comes out to PC because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be buying an Xbox One. So fingers crossed. Maybe by then I'll have a better PC. I don't know. So, I did see some of the Microsoft conference, because once again, I'm not very excited for Microsoft stuff, but the things I did see were kind of cool. The Rare Collection, that is awesome. Oh man, you know what, that would make me want to buy an Xbox One, to be quite honest. But then again, it's not justifying going out there and spending that kind of money on a console for a single game. But yeah, the Rare Collection looks sweet. Seeing some of the games that were in that collection were just, oh my god, it blew my mind because I thought Rare and other companies just forgot about these games. The one game that kind of shocked me was Jet Force Gemini, a game that I personally love on the N64. Not the greatest game of all time, it hasn't aged really well, but to me it's still really fun. So, and we also got to see the VR thing that Microsoft showed off. They showed it off with Minecraft. That was crazy. I was blown when I saw that. I was like, oh man, that looks sweet. But then again, my brain kicks in. How much is that gonna cost? How much is something like that gonna cost you? That's crazy. But yeah, overall, Microsoft, I would say if I had to give a grade to Microsoft, I would give it a C. There were some really cool things, but not mind-blowing. So the next conference that I got to watch, and that was Sony. Oh man. I'm going to give my grade right now. Sony got an A+ from me because some of the bombshells they were dropping during this conference was just ridiculous. I was in literal tears over some of these announcements. I know I sound like a pussy after saying that, but yes, I was in tears after seeing some of these games being announced. So the games that I got excited for were, of course, the first one, which was Last Guardian, a game we haven't seen much of for years. And Sony shows up hey guys, remember The Last Guardian? Here you go. Here's Last Guardian. Everybody's like, oh my god. I wish they showed the reaction of the crowd when they were showing off some of these bombshell games, because that would have been perfect. So Last Guardian is looking amazing, especially on the PS4. I believe that game was supposed to be a PS3 title. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was supposed to be a PS3 title. It might have been a PS4 only title. I'm not sure. But yeah, that game looks amazing. I cannot wait to play that. I'm actually going to be getting a PS4 at some point, so that's one of the games I'm definitely going to be buying for the console. So, another game that got me really, really excited was Horizon Zero Dawn. That game looks great. That was a new IP I was very excited for. Seeing the gameplay, the sweet thing was they showed gameplay. That was the best thing they could have done with that game. Instead of showing a small trailer, they showed actual gameplay, so people got really pumped up for seeing that. It looks more like a post-apocalyptic future with robot animals. I don't know. It looks really sweet. I can't wait to get a hold of that game. I don't know when I'll be getting a hold of it, but I'm definitely going to be buying that one. So let's move on to another game I got excited for, and that was Final Fantasy Worlds. A game that a lot of people overlooked because of the other bombshells that were announced at Sony. But yeah, Final Fantasy World looks really interesting. It looks like you'd be able to, like, tame monsters. Now, I'm not sure if that's correct, but they did say that you could tame a chocobo and a behemoth. But I wonder if you could actually tame other monsters. That would be kind of cool. Taming other monsters and doing all the other types of crazy stuff in the game. So I look forward to playing that one. Sadly, that game got kind of overlooked because of the next game that was announced, and that was, of course, Final Fantasy VII getting this remake. Finally. So after years and years of fans begging for a Final Fantasy VII remake, we get it on the PS4. Now, at 1 year at E3, they did show off a tech demo of Final Fantasy of what it would look like on the PS3, and fans got really excited hoping that Final Fantasy VII would make its way to the PS3, but as time went on, that didn't happen. And then this year, E3, they decided, hey, look, you know what? Let's finally do it. Let's finally give them their Final Fantasy VII remake. And there it is. It was announced. Now, when I was watching this trailer, this was the trailer that put me in tears, to be quite honest. Because halfway through the trailer, when it got to the point where they're showing off the, like, playground for Final Fantasy VII, I instantly knew what it was. Like, oh my god, I knew what it was. I instantly knew what it was. And I was like, oh my god, this is really happening. And the people I were in the call with were just going like, no way, no way. Some of them were still trying to figure out what it was, but I instantly just caught on after seeing that playground. And I lost my mind. Twitter blew up like crazy when that game was announced. I was like, oh man, this is going to be sweet. Definitely buying a PS4. That kind of sold me on the PS4. Now, there was another announcement that came after, like a few days after Final Fantasy VII Remake got announced, was that the producers of the Final Fantasy VII, and so on and so forth, they want to actually dive back into the older Final Fantasies and give them a remake. So, two games that were kind of discussed were Final Fantasy V and Final Fantasy VI. Two games I would love to see get a remake. Final Fantasy V would be interesting because it has a job class system, and that was always one thing I liked about the Final Fantasy V was the job classes. It just added like a different spin to the game. Instead of having just, you know, set classes or set characters, you could just mix and match them and have like crazy abilities, and they just get super overpowered. So I hope to see a Final Fantasy V remake. I know fans really want a Final Fantasy VI remake at some point, so if anything, I think after Final Fantasy VII gets its remake, and maybe like a few years after that, Final Fantasy VI might finally get its remake. So, you know, don't worry about that. I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy VI is coming at some point. Another game I'd actually like to see get a remake is Final Fantasy IX. That'd be great. I'd be happy as hell if I saw Final Fantasy IX get a remake, because that's one of my favorite Final Fantasies from the PlayStation era. It's just beautiful. I don't know why. It's just, that's the one game that kind of stuck with me. So, Final Fantasy IX remake. Fingers crossed, maybe? Hey, why not a Final Fantasy Mystic Quest remake, huh? Mystic Quest? Yay? Am I the only one who likes that game? Maybe? Oh yeah, but Final Fantasy VII remake, fantastic. So, I did a video on this game a few days back when it was announced, but the other bombshell that was dropped at Sony was, of course, Shenmue 3. A game fans joked about for years, saying, oh man, it's going to show up eventually. Watch. It'll be at E3 this year. Just watch. And then, as the fans were making the joke, saying that Shenmue 3 is going to be E3, and they were like leaving off hints of like Yu Suzuki being there. They showed like a forklift image on Twitter the one day. He comes out, boom, Shenmue 3 gets announced, and it's a Kickstarter game. And I went over all this stuff on my video. If you want to see my full thoughts on Shenmue 3, you can check that out. So yeah, but Shenmue 3, another bombshell, fantastic. Now there's one thing I like to point out about the Sony conference. The Uncharted demo they were showing off, the fact that they had to restart the game was hilarious. We were cracking up about that too, because I mean, at E3 there's going to be issues. Always happens. It's a common thing. So people kind of got like, you know, like, oh, they're making jokes about it. But hey, it happens. We still got to see the game. Uncharted looks pretty sweet. Now, another game I want to cover, because I completely forgot about this, but Dream. If people saw this game, that game looks really interesting. Now, I'm not an artist myself, but that looks really fun. I'm pretty sure there's going to be like penises everywhere in that game, because that's how people are when they get a game that you can pretty much create anything you want. But what they were showing off was just beautiful. Like, the game is just stunning, and I can't wait to see what kind of thing people would actually do in this game. Because some people out there are just really artistic, and they just let their imagination flow, and you get some really amazing things. So, Dream, I'm looking forward to seeing what people will do with that game, because people really went to town with games like Little Big Planet. So, I can't wait to see what kind of things come from that. But that's pretty much all the exciting things that came from Sony that I got excited about. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things that you guys got excited about that I didn't mention, but that's just what I got pumped for. So, okay, so Sony ends. That's pretty much all the conferences for the first day. So we move on to the next day, which they first showed off the Nintendo press conference, which was a Nintendo Direct, because they do all their press conferences recorded, so they could do like fancy things. I don't know why. So some of the games that got me really, really excited for was Star Fox Zero, because man, I can't wait to get my hands on another Star Fox game. Sweet. Zelda Triforce Heroes. Oh man, that game I got super pumped for. Now, many of you might know I'm a humongous Legend of Zelda fanboy. I go like crazy whenever they announce a new Zelda game. So when they announced this one, and the interesting mechanic they added to the game with the whole dress system, that looks really unique. I love when they add like little unique spins on the Legend of Zelda game. They kind of keep the same formula going, but they add unique spins to it. So it doesn't alienate the fans, but it makes it new enough for people to keep playing it. So Zelda Triforce Heroes has a closed system, which, depending on what kind of outfit you're wearing, you get a special ability. Like, they show up the samurai costume. When you have the samurai costume equipped, you get the spin attack. There is a bomb costume. If you have that on, you can, you know, create gigantic bombs. There's a lucky outfit, which I believe you basically, it dodges like attacks, and you just get super lucky pretty much. I'm trying to think what else they showed off in that thing. They showed off, I know there was a Zelda costume showed off. No idea what the Zelda costume does, but they showed it off. And it looks like the story kind of revolves around like outfits, like the whole clothing system. Now, we don't know if the single player campaign is going to transfer over to the co-op campaign, like if you'll be able to play that campaign through co-op. I hope you do, because that would be super awesome. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. That looks super amazing. Definitely can't wait to get my hands on Triforce Heroes. I hope you guys try it out too, because it looks sweet. Maybe I'll meet some of you guys playing it. That'd be cool. So another game that got me really, really excited was Mario & Luigi Paper Jam. Now, that game is sort of a combination of Mario and Luigi games and Paper Mario. Now, a lot of fans were hoping for a new Paper Mario game, because the last Paper Mario game we got was very mediocre at best, and that was Sticker Star. Some people liked it, some people hate it. You know how it is. But yeah, Sticker Star didn't really do too well. So when Paper Jam showed up, a lot of people got excited, because it looks like it takes two really good games out of Paper Mario and the Mario and Luigi games, and just mashes them together and just goes crazy with it. So it looks like you have like Mario and Luigi from, of course, the Mario and Luigi saga, and you also look like you have a third-party member, and this time it's Paper Mario. Now, we don't know if Paper Mario is going to have his own button like Mario and Luigi has in the Mario and Luigi games, like Dream Team, Bowser's Inside Story, and all that stuff. But it looks like it has a lot of mechanics to do with Paper Mario. Like, they were showing off a clip of Mario and Luigi running away from like some like flaming boulder, and Paper Mario will turn into a paper airplane. They'll hop up on it and like they'll dodge the attack. So I'm pretty sure, if anything, Paper Mario is just going to be like an assist character, and Mario and Luigi will still do the thing. They'll just have special abilities that revolve around using Paper Mario. So that's still kind of cool. I look forward to playing that, because, like I said, it looks like it combines both worlds, because they're showing off like clips of Bowser and Paper Bowser like kind of arguing with each other. That was kind of funny. I look forward to that. That's super cool. Maybe one day we'll get our Super Mario RPG 2. Fingers crossed. Maybe that relationship between Square and Nintendo will like patch up eventually. I don't know. I love to see Geno again in like 3D. That's just me. I think what else did Nintendo showed off? What else they show? Mario Maker, of course. Mario Maker I got very excited for. I got to see a lot of that at the Nintendo World Championship. That game looks amazing. I'm definitely going to be buying that day one just because it looks really fun. It looks like it has amiibo support where you stick an amiibo on your Wii U pad and Mario will change into that character. They'll have a costume for that character. So the one they showed off, well, the one they were really showing off was the Wii Fit Trainer. So Mario would hit a mushroom that has a question block on it. A question block, no, question mark. What am I saying? It has a question mark on it. And he'll basically turn into the Wii Fit Trainer. I'm pretty sure depending on which one you tap onto your gamepad, it will turn into that one. So I can't wait to try out my King DDD and watch Mario turn into like a fat pudgy penguin. That'd be amazing. Now we have no idea if they're going to transfer over to the 16-bit and the more graphic intense Wii version of Mario. Wii U version of Mario. So fingers crossed they do that, but at the moment we haven't really seen much on that. We just saw the 8-bit version of it. So of course I talked about how excited I was for the Fire Emblem games, Fire Emblem Fates and Fire Emblem X Shin Megami Tensei. I know a lot of people are kind of iffy on Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem just because it's more weeaboo than normal, because it kind of brings more of the Persona-esque into the game. Other than that, yeah, I don't think the game looks that bad. I mean, we have to wait and see when it comes out and we see more gameplay if it's going to be like that. I just don't understand the whole dancing and singing mechanics of the game. They were showing off a lot of dancing and singing. I'm pretty sure Persona All Night Long could handle that department. I don't need dancing and singing in my RPGs. That's just me. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that enjoy that stuff, but I don't really care for it. So, let's get back to Fire Emblem Fates, because that's one game I've been waiting for quite some time, and I want to see more of it. So, at E3, well, before E3, the game was called Fire Emblem IF. That was just the name of it. There was nothing else to it. But when E3 happened, they showed off a new trailer. Well, not really a new trailer. It's just an old trailer with the name change being Fire Emblem Fate. So a lot of people kind of got like, because it's just showing off some of the same stuff you already seen before. So, but yeah, I'm still excited for Fire Emblem Fates. I'm a big Fire Emblem fan. They also announced on the eShop, I think it's out right now, but you can now download Sacred Stone, which is a fantastic Fire Emblem game for the GBA. If you haven't played it yet or trying to actually play those games, check out the eShop and pick it up. I think they have a sale going on right now with some really good titles on sale. So if you're looking for some Nintendo stuff, go check it out. But I'm trying to think what else Nintendo showed me that I was kind of excited for. Well, we saw Xenoblade Chronicles X. That was super cool. It was just a lot of the same stuff we see, except it's all translated into English. Not much else. I think they said it's not coming out to the holiday, so that kind of made me upset because it's already out in Japan and people are just enjoying the crap out of it in Japan. But we still have to wait to the holiday because, you know, they have to make money somehow. But overall, if I were to give a grade to Nintendo, I give them like a B. Because they showed off a lot of the same footage that we've kind of already seen before. Not many, like, amazing games being shown. But the stuff that they did show, I'm still excited for. Like Yoshi's Woolly World. I can't believe I didn't talk about that game, but Yoshi's Woolly World looks amazing. I'm definitely buying that game day one. Sweet game. I'm pretty much sure you guys seen the trailer. You saw the gameplay that was at Nintendo World Championship. You have an idea. This game's been announced like so many times. There's so many trailers shown of this game, so there's not really much to talk about when it comes to Yoshi's Woolly World, but it still looks like a sweet game, so I'm definitely going to be picking that up when it comes out. So other than that, there was the Square conference, the Square Enix conference, which was awkward at some points. So the one game that got me excited to check out was Star Ocean 5. Now, I know that there's a Nier 2 coming, and I haven't really played the first Nier game, so I have really no experience or no, like, excitement for that game. But from what I saw, it looks interesting. The producer with that creepy mask on, yeah, that was something, right? Yeah, that creepy face. Yeah, good job on that department. But yeah, Star Ocean 5 looks really sweet. I want to see more of that game actually before I really give my full-blown opinion, because we just saw like some characters walking around, and we had to see a little bit of the battle system. It looks like it flows really, really well, because you walk up to an enemy and boom, right away you're in the battle and you're running around swinging like crazy. So the Star Ocean games, they're kind of more like action-based and more turn-based. It does have its turn-based things, but actually no, it doesn't really have much of a turn-based. It's actually, you know, you just walk up and you just start wailing on enemies pretty much. Think of like a Tales of game, or something along that line. But yeah, Star Ocean 5, I look forward to that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a PS4 title, and quite possibly on the Xbox One. I don't know if it's going to have a PC release. More and more games these days are getting a PC release, which is crazy. So if you don't have the money to go out and buy a console, but you have a really good PC, you definitely check out a lot of these games. So, you know, you always have something to look forward to if you can't buy the expensive consoles. Yeah, but other than that, Square was kind of awkward. It wasn't really that great as I was hoping. I'm surprised they didn't save like the Final Fantasy VII Remake announcement for Square Enix's conference, but then again, Sony has to come in big, and they came in a big way. So if I had to give a grade to Square Enix, I'd give them like a C, because I'm still excited for Star Ocean, but everything else was kind of like, it looks cool, but nothing that really excited me. And I know a lot of people are excited for Nier 2, but then again, I never played Nier, so I hope to rectify that issue in the future. But for now, that game's going for a pretty penny, so if I ever get a chance to play it, I'll play it. But if I don't, I'll figure out some way. I don't know. I'll check out a walkthrough or a Let's Play or something. I don't know. So, other than that, I think there was the PC conference, which a lot of people just thought it was awful. It was basically 2.5 hours long of just stuff, of just like talking pretty much. There was barely any game footage actually shown for the PC event. Now, I know they showed off some interesting things, like Blizzard came out and they showed off some new stuff for the Heroes of the Storm, which is an expansion, which is kind of weird. Haven't really seen much of an expansion these days, except for Blizzard. I guess they still believe in the expansion. Everybody else just believes in downloadable content. But other than that, nothing. Oh wait, I forgot something. There was the console that they showed. They showed off a console. I believe it was done by AMD. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but they showed off a console, pretty much like a Steam machine. For those who don't know, Steam machine is like a console that can play PC games, and it has like all this crazy high-end PC stuff, and it's just on a console, and it comes like has its own controller and all this other stuff. You can check Steam out and see all that information. But yeah, I looks like they're trying to compete with the Steam machine, which is interesting. We'll have to wait and see more of that. But hey, it's an interesting way to play your PC games on your television instead of knowing how to hook up your PC to the TV, or not having a very high-end PC to play a lot of these games. Because a lot of the games I own on Steam, I have to play them like low settings, like low medium settings, because my PC is just not powerful enough to handle a lot of them. So that'd be kind of cool for me, but then again, I have to see what the price tag's going to be, because like, I can only imagine how much something like that's going to be. Because I think like the Steam machine's up to like $400 or $500, I think. So yeah, I can only imagine how much this is going to be when it comes out. Other than that, yeah, that was pretty much E3. That was the stuff I paid attention to. I know there's a lot of extra stuff that showed off after all the conferences. Like Nintendo definitely went more in depth on a lot of games. They did show off one game that I got super excited for. I knew it was coming out to the West, but they didn't really show much. But that was Fatal Frame 5, which I do plan on doing a video a little bit later on. Probably not today, but maybe tomorrow. I'll probably sit down and do a video on Fatal Frame 5, because that's one game I'm very excited to get my hands on, because we didn't get Fatal Frame 4. So I did play Fatal Frame 4, but we never got it over here. When I talk about Fatal Frame 5, I'll explain all that stuff then. But yeah, overall, E3, it was really fun to watch. It was some really cool moments. There was some moments. I know a lot of people are still upset over Federation Force, but what can you do? It's Federation Force. You just have to roll with it. If you don't like the game, don't buy it. And just know that Nintendo is working on the next Metroid game for their next console. Or so I'm told. That's what a lot of the articles are saying, that they're working on the next Metroid game for the NX. But other than that, though, yeah, E3 was fun. Had a lot of fun moments. Got to watch a lot of it with my friends, so I got to have like their kind of reactions as well. But yeah, E3 E3 2015, definitely a fun event. Definitely excited for a lot of games. My wallet is crying right now, if you can't hear it. I had to use duct tape to shut it up because it just wouldn't stop crying. Yeah, I'm gonna be spending a lot of money come the holiday seasons. Thankfully, a lot of these things don't come out until like September, October, November, and December. So I have time to start putting some money away for some of these things, and I can get myself a PS4 at some point. Just don't know when. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed E3 as much as I did. I had a lot of fun with it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Some of the stuff that you got excited for. Are you guys excited for the Final Fantasy VII Remake? Are you guys excited for Star Fox Zero, Shenmue 3, Tomb Raider, Hitman, Assassin's Creed? You know, all the crazy stuff they were showing off there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I always love to read your comments. I really do. I actually, every time I get a comment, I go and check right away because I love reading what you guys have to say. May it be positive, negative, constructive criticism, whatever it is. I love reading it because it helps me improve my channel. It lets me know that you guys are actually watching and enjoying the content. And it gives me like a big morale boost. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. Have a great day and take care. Bye.